So welcome one and all to the second annual Casting Dreams competition. We launched last year and we had a plethora of people enjoy a new experience in casting metal through our program across the United States. So here we're doing the national competition. Last year we had all of the competitors on the table. This year we had so many hundreds and hundreds of competitors that we had to keep it down to just the national competitors and the honorees. So I've got here with me Michelle Kearns, who's going to be working with us today, placing the awards, kind of like, I think Jerry called it the Vanna White, the beautiful Vanna White. What I'd like to do though also, as we did last year, we couldn't have done this without all the different sponsors and the groups of people that have helped us get this far in our launch of our new program. And so we had a number of technical organizations and sponsors, of course starting with the Steel Founders Society of America, and Raymond Rowe is hiding over there because he's so shy and quiet that he didn't want to come onto camera. Then we have, of course, AFS, the Non-Ferrous Founders Society Institute, ICI, FEF, IACME, ASME, ASM, and actually many others. This has really been a big program that takes a lot of effort to get this going. So, and then our sponsors, our more direct sponsors, are folks like Marketing Options, Covia, FEF again, Humtown Products, Carpenter Brothers has been great help, American Pattern, Badger is always coming in and doing a great job, Badger Mining, Belmont Metals, Manley Brothers, and Halliburton. So without all of those people and all that support, we could not have done what we did. So let's give a hand to those guys. And then the next group of people that helped us is trying to figure out, there were so many hundreds and hundreds of castings. We had a vast number of judges, but for the national judges, we got a group of people from a wonderful group that was the research board for the American Foundermen's Society. So those guys helped us whittle through all of these castings. So let's give it a good hand for the American Foundermen's Society for helping us with that. And so now, without further ado, the envelope, please. So here we have the group of the winners that have been carefully tabulated by our specialists. And but even before we do that, we have a number of honorable mentions, because all of these kids put in such an amazing amount of work that although we couldn't give them, they were whittled out down to the first, second, third, we still have some honorable mentions. So the first honorable mention here is Madeline Alda, that I worked with at Lake Lad Synergy in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And over here, Madeline has this beautiful casting. She was incredible. I think 13 years old. This actually, the edges of these were all straight line. And the first thing she did was go in there and get rid of that and put French curves in and just blast it off. She did a great, great job. And then Gracia Ortiz, now this is one of the students that was from New Bern High School. And this thing's massive. We did this in cast iron. We poured 162 cast iron castings when we did this. But look at the beauty of this. This is amazing. This is a high school student on a short launch off to produce this thing. This is beautiful. And then over here we have Talon, and he's here, Talon Taskerly. And this is a wonderful, unique cast iron pan with this beautiful deer decoration on the bottom. And what a beautiful job. Look at how clean this is. We could not pass up calling out what a wonderful job Talon did. And he's here, so Talon, you did a great job. And so now we're going to proceed from our third through our first place winners. So what we have for our third place winner, with the help of Jim Myers and Metal Tech, we have Emily Garcia. Now, I'd like to point out that this oddly shaped piece of metal that is somewhat confusing to some, but having utilized fencing foils, I immediately recognize this is the finger grip for a foil. You hold it like this, the rest of the wooden handle comes out here, and your guard is here and the blade comes out there, and you utilize it like that. Now this is a beautiful, while this is a beautiful casting, one of the things that I know from being a foundryman is that there's certainly a core through the hollow here. However, you're not extracting that. So you've got a core, and then the rest is investment cast, which allows you to do this really complex shape. There's all these interlocking empty spaces and overlapping solid spaces. So she did a beautiful job with that. Thank you. And then we have, for second place, Sophia Grossi, and I believe she also competed last year. Now she was up at Frankenmuth, the Frankenmuth Art Center, and she did a beautiful job on this, and then added some coloration to it. It's very deep carving and multi-layered. So again, this started out as a sand block that she just took from what was in her imagination and made a piece out of that. And so, without further ado, the first place winner of the Casting Dreams Competition 2025 is Noah Miller at Matthew Lundy Spring High School. And he has done this beautiful casting of a pickup truck in tin, and the finish on this is amazing. The deep level of detail is amazing. And he actually, if you notice on the sides, this is a dropped railed pickup truck, but the fine detail on the doors, I mean, this certainly earned that first place prize. So thank you again. That being said, there's so much more that can be. This is the Casting Dreams competition. This is in its second year. We have another year to prepare for, and your young people can join easily by signing up online. We do the rest. It's just that simple.